Hello friends, today we are talking about Jonathan Franzen's book, The Corrections, and what we can learn about it in terms of what does it mean to have an unlikable character and does that kill a book? An unlikable protagonist does not kill a book. The Corrections has no one central character, but focuses on one family as they attempt to have one last Christmas dinner together. So people criticize this book for having nothing but unlikable characters. After reading it, I can say that of all the main characters in this book, I would probably want to hang out with 0 of them. They're not cool. But I don't think that you can judge a book's merit by how much you want to hang out with its protagonists. And let me explain why. Number 1, it's true to life. I have met these characters. I have met these overgrown graduate student, associate, professor man-children. I've met these nostalgia swept, intoxicated Thomas Kincaid image obsessed grandmothers who just don't seem to understand the world around them. I've seen people completely deteriorate to degenerative diseases. These are the characters in The Corrections, and the way that they're depicted on the page just rang very true to me. It is a job of the artist to take the experiences that we have and bring them back to us, changed up a little bit in a way that allows us to re-examine these life experiences. 2, it's very well written. I like the fact that Franzen does just go with a straightforward, third-person, omniscient narrator. That's right, there's no stream of consciousness, there's no extreme wackiness here. He has a great subtle sense of humor, but it's also writing that's very clear, and it functions very well on both a micro level and on a macro level. 3, the novel has a moral core to it. All the characters are wildly imperfect, sometimes completely obnoxious, sometimes just subtly obnoxious, but there's a message to all of it. In the end, the family does learn that they have to accept each other for who they are and not who they want each other to be, and then go from there. They can't live in a fantasy world. And I saw that as being a very dynamic message in a sort of medium, a sort of story about the suburbs, about parents and things that so easily could have turned into some cynical, nihilistic romp about, you know, how meaningless family values are. Franzen does affirm some things while also being very critical of them. And I think that is a sign of a great maturity in a writer. So I don't think the real question is, are the characters likable? Are they friendly? As much as the question ought to be, are you, the writer, friendly to your characters? Are you sympathetic to them? Can you hear your characters out? Can you flesh them out as human beings? Did you consider how human beings in different situations and places might react, even if it is unlikable, even if it is unfriendly? That maybe human nature sometimes does get a little ugly, and can you from that carry it through and show that there can be things like forgiveness? that there can be an ability to change, that there can be a dynamic energy in any situation. That's the real challenge. But that's why you go into writing, not because it's easy. Creativity, unleash it. Don't let it be restrained.